Hello and welcome to our fabulous Fleurs Springtime collection, and we're going to be making bluebells. Now, when you look at them like they aren't, look at that. Is that just the cutest, sweetest little thing? Aren't they just beautiful? So when you've made several of them, it's at that point that you start wiring them together like so. Okay, so this is how it'll end up. So you add them together and wire them all in together. They're just adorable. They really are. And super easy to make. So let me show you what you're going to need. You need our bluebell die. They look super cute, just sat together like that. You're going to need floristry tape, our 1.5 centimetre little balls. They are 1.5. You're going to need a little piece of blue left over, 1 of the stamen, 6 of the petals, like so, and then this here. Now this is called a calyx, okay, and that is going to go at the back of the flower, and it sits behind just here, okay, and it just makes the flower look so professional when you actually do this. Okay, and the wire. So let's get a wire. You don't need a full wire like this. We're only going to need part of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually just chop that down like so. So you could probably get 3 or 4, make 3 or 4 on one out of one wire. So I've got a little piece of wire there and lots of hot glue strands that I'm going to just move out the way. So that's all you need for making this lovely little bluebell. And then I've got my hot glue. So I'm just going to switch that on to warm that up, because the first thing that we need to do is actually attach that lovely little polystyrene ball to the wire. Now, the Fleurs wires are paper wrapped, okay, and that's quite important because it sticks beautifully with any of the glue. If you use the other ones that are spray coated or whatever, it's a little bit more tricky. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on here, and that was quite good timing because my glue gun needs charging. And then I always put my polystyrene ball on my mat, hold my wire quite low down, and then I push that in, okay, quite firmly until it stops. So it's almost to the tape. You can feel when it's gone all the way in. Okay, I'm not bothered about that little piece that's on the outside edge because we're going to cover that up. And that is the basis of the actual bluebell itself. Now we need to actually cover or wrap the ball. So I've got this little piece of crepe paper. As you can see, our crepe paper is phenomenal. So it's a medium to heavy weight. So it really holds its own once it's shaped. And it's 180% stretch. So you saw how much that actually stretched, okay? So a little bit of wet glue in this instance across here, all the way around, and then a little bit in the middle. And then I'm going to pop that in the middle of my paper, of my ball, and wrap around. So I just bring it down to meet the wire like so, okay? And I like to gather it and smooth it around that little polystyrene ball, okay? So just bring it all in and gather it to the actual base. So I'm quite happy with how that is. There we go. So that is if you want to wrap again and put another piece on, by all means do. So the next thing we actually need to do is pop on the stamen. So you need 1 stamen, and you can ink these if you want to, but I quite like to leave them very natural for this instance. And again, a little bit of the wet glue, not too much. And I start wrapping the stamen about there on the ball, so you're not all the way to the base. And then we go, I stretch it out a little bit and come all the way around and meet itself so it overlaps. And because it's got the glue on, if you just push the crepe paper into the one that's underneath, it will really sink in, and that is the stamen, the little centre of the bluebell, okay? We'll fluff them out when we've actually got the rest of the petals on. So these are your beautiful petals. Now, that's the tip of your petal, and this is the base. And you do need to just put a little tiny little bit of shape into them. And you need 6, okay? So I've got a double one there. So that's 3. I've got an extra one, doesn't matter. 4, 5 and 6. And at the base that's going to go on the ball itself, we've got this lovely shape. Now that is going to help a lot when we start building, okay? So we've just added a little bit of shape. So we've done a little bit of cupping, a little bit of glue on here, and then I work upside down. So holding on to the actual polystyrene ball, the tip of that petal goes to the point, okay? And then just gently glue that in place. Okay, so that's the first one. And then the same again. A little bit of glue. Oops. Spread it out across that piece that's going to be stuck. Again, working upside down. Put the next petal on. And we're overlapping, so it's to the point. Okay, just like that. Okay, so that's why we've done that little bit of a cup. So it sits really snugly around the ball. Okay, that's your third one. So we're overlapping again. And the point is touching the base, but they're not down the stem, okay? We're not taking them down onto the wire. Whoops. Overlap again. Push that crepe right into where it needs to be. In fact, that one I'm going to move, oops, stop it. Move it over a little tiny bit, like so. Push that in. Sometimes you'll need 5, sometimes you need 6. It depends on how you've stretched the crepe. I am going to need 1 more in this instance. So again, gently place the petal on, and then the last one finishes off the whole like so. Oops. So at that base, press that in. Push them together, and again, I'm being really quite gentle, but I'm pushing that glue into the crepe paper that is underneath. And I'm going to go all the way around to make sure I've got it all nicely shaped. Okay, there, that's lifted off a little bit. I don't need that. And that is all your petals on. Now, when you actually come to the calyx, this is been so cleverly made. So Sophie did a brilliant job on this. So until you actually do this next piece, you can't see the cut lines. But when I go like that, you can see the cut lines. So what we need to do is a little bit of glue across all of that. And we're going to place that calyx on the back to the base and press that down. And then I'm going to hold on to that petal, that calyx piece there. And I'm gently going to work and press, work around and press, all the way around. It's sticking to me now, like so. A little bit of patience. Keep going until you get all the way around to this edge at this side, and then press it all in place. Now you can use your little wooden stick as we've done before. So we're pushing one back into the other like so. So that is the calyx on the back of the flower. And then we're going to add that curl, because obviously it's a bell that we're making. So on all of these petals at the tip, okay, I'm going to curl them all like so. Okay, you might go round a couple of times until you get the really good curl on all of the bases, like so. Now we can see that stamen in the middle. So I'm just going to separate them out a little bit so they're not all on top of one another, like so. There we go. And to finish it off, I'm literally going to hold on to the base of the flower and bend that wire. That is your dainty little bluebell. Aren't they adorable? So that is super easy. It couldn't be any easier. Okay, so just take your time, have a, just little by little. You've got a lot more time at home that you can really take your time and make sure you've got them secure before you stick the next one on. You can use your hot glue as well if you want to, but aren't they just super cute? Let me pick some of these up, pop them all together. And they make the most beautiful arrangements. So just imagine these in, whoops, run away, in with your tulips and your daffodils. They're just super. So thank you again for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button, share on our YouTube, join us on our Facebook and our Instagram accounts, and also we want to see your makes on our highlight crafts as well. So join us on all our social media platforms, show us what you're making, and we'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.
If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below and click the bell icon to receive notifications of all of our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.